Night 2 of the German Darts Championship as the big guns make their presence be known. For instance, UK Open champ Nathan Aspinall and rock star Joe Cullen. Can you say ridiculous darts? Smile for the camera, snakebite. Could Peter Wright leave Goldfinger sweating profusely? Contrasting styles here, slow and steady versus rapid and Ricky. Plus, MVG was in the house, but so too was Keegan Brown. How do you beat Mighty Mike? The answer today on High Roller Radio. Yes, a Super Saturday in Hildesheim, day 2 of ET2. The second stop on the European Tour this year, a full card wrapping up with 8 fixtures this evening. And there was some brilliance in the afternoon. Everybody's still talking about Ian White and Jamie Hughes. What a match. Yaza averaging 107 and losing. The Diamond averaged 104. It was a classic confrontation. There's also tons of chatter about the Gerwyn Price-Mark Dudbridge match. The Iceman won it and then said in the post-match interview, quote, "He told me to bring my A game. I brought my C game and still won." A tongue lash for the Flash. Dudbridge came back on Twitter though. "I love it," he said. "Let's see if he can still compete at my age. Well done, Gerwyn. You should have rolled me over where you are and where I am. I look forward to our next match." Richie Byrne wasn't so polite, offering up a few choice words. "May his bubble burst real soon," he said. "I still don't get why he has to roar like a lion after every 180. Like it's a phenomenal shot or something," said Dave Whitcomb. "You're a professional, Mr. P. You're supposed to get them." "He needs aggression in his game," replied Luke Jones. "To get him going, nothing wrong with it, as long as he's not getting in players' faces," which he isn't. Gerwyn Price, a polarizing figure indeed. The X Factor, Andy Bolton, up against Daryl Gurney in our night's first encounter. It was dominated by Super Chin. He found this third dart double 12 for 3-1 and first blood. Aggression too. He followed that with a maximum the next leg, followed by some shadow boxing when he pinned the double. He liked that one. Then he went 25 tops for the 65 checkout. Another growl. His finishing was fine. 6-2 your final. "It's about time I started playing well," he said. "I've got some confidence right now. I'm playing within myself." Nathan Aspinall having a phenomenal few months, paying homage to the German crowd here before being introed. He then charged down the runway with the confidence of a UK Open title behind him. Taking on rockstar tonight, Joe Cullen, the seed in this one, and he got out of the gate first, a 62 finish on double 16 for 2-0. That left the ass backstage pondering his chosen profession. But what a response. He came back with the next 2 legs, checkouts of 126 and 112, bullseyes, baby. He then made it 3 on the spin with an 81 finish. But how about this? A huge counterpunch. The 116 checkout from Cullen, as good as White Hughes this afternoon, said commentator Dan Dawson, and that is saying a lot. Cullen kept firing, a ton 40 here, Aspinall too, but at 4-all, this reaction says everything. A missed chance to break, and that was the difference. Cullen would hold and then break for the win, 6-4 the final. That, my friends, was a tilt. Both players averaging 101. The way Nathan is playing, credit to him, Cullen said, before adding this. "I was looking online and saw that Nathan was the favorite. I thought, how is he the favorite? Does Joe Cullen genuinely not know why he was the underdog?" asked Connor Kane. "Not been playing well this year. Aspinall is UK Open champ, world semi-finalist, and has done what Joe was expected to do." Ouch. Regardless, it was a Rolls-Royce performance from Rockstar as announced by Modus Darts. Superb, it said. Voltage v the bomb, and most of the dynamite came from the world number 2 in this one. Rob Cross gained an early lead on Ron Muhlenkamp and never relinquished it. A sip of water at 3-0, staying refreshed. This guy has the best seat in the house. A kiss for the cameras. Muhlenkamp picked up a few legs, but Cross made it 4-2 on double 18. The Dutchman's a fighter. He pinned double 10 here for 4-3, staying close. But at 5-4, Voltage turned the lights out. 6-4 your final for handshakes. Another ton-plus average. 50% on doubles. I never really found my feet, he admitted, but it was nice to hold my own throw. You gotta love Goldfinger. Andrew Gilding with the unenviable task of facing Peter Wright tonight. Snakebite knows where the cameras are, doesn't he? His usual walk-on, and it was a bit much for Gilding, who had to mop his brow. These fans on their feet early. The Germans love Snakebite. Gilding down in the rankings, but up in form, judging on his performance last night. Missed doubles early, though, cost him, and Wright was in no mood for mercy. Third leg stellar. After opening with back-to-back ton 40s, he landed this, the 180, on 41 after 9, 3-0. He goes on to a comfortable 6-2 victory for thumbs up all the way around. Okay, Dancing Dimitri time, showing off his moves again, does the pirouette, the PDC, even providing a close-up of his footwork. Could he dodge the bullet, Stephen Bunting? The pair stayed on throw until the fifth leg. When Bunting missed a dart at tops on 75, Vandenberg pounced, landing the first big blow. At 4-3, though, Bunting struck back, double 12 for level peggings, and then he produced this, the 114 checkout, tops for the explosion. What a shot, but tit for tat, the Belgian the very next leg finished off 160 for 5-all. In the decider, Bunting prevailed. Double 8 for the pose of relief. Handshakes for Vandenberg. That was exciting. It's nice to get one over on Dimitri, he said. He's a fantastic player. He's got a couple of world championships in him, so it's nice. Great win, Stephen Bunting, after a tough start to 2019. That from the Irish darts fan. Contrasting styles here. The slower pace of Mensur Suljovic versus the rapid one, Ricky Evans. It had commentator Dan Dawson tweeting this, "Do the Congo and simply the best in consecutive walk-ons at the darts. It's like the point at the wedding," he said, "where the buffet's gone cold. Some of the lads have their ties around their heads, and your uncle is drunkenly bellowing something racist at one of the bridesmaids." It was slow and steady from Mensur, really was. Evans trying his best to avoid distraction. Not sure why Suljovic apologized here after securing a break. Double 2 for 3-1. Credit Evans, though. He responded with this, "Cannot believe I got a shot of it. The fastest 180 ever." Helped him break back on throw at 3-2. Interesting, Mensur became slower while Ricky picked up his pace. He took out 85 here for 3 on the spin. A break using Mensur's favorite double 14. He went 57-28. Then he finished off the 1-2-4 on Bullseye for 4 in a row, and the confident nod to his fans, confident for a reason. He closed it out for a 6-4 victory. Handshakes. He's very methodical, Evans said. "I don't mind playing slower players. I play my own game. The heat was bad. I'm drenched." Packed house on hand with cell phones out as Keegan Brown, standing there on stage, awaited the arrival of Michael Van Gerwen, as did everyone else. The world #1 ready for action. Mighty Mike, a heavy favorite of course, but the needle came to play. Tied it up at 1 with a very nice 69 checkout. MVG countered with a 12-darter. Then in the fourth leg, landed this excellent setup shot, a 168. But Brown hit double 4 for 2 apiece and the fist pump. Here are the averages through 6 legs. Impressive. So was this, a demonstrative maximum. But how about some pink power? The 79 checkout for 3-3. Brown clutch again. It got to 4-4. And then incredibly, Brown landed the first big blow, a big one. A break in the 9th leg on double 14, an 88 checkout, and he was throwing for the match. And on 92, yes, double 8 for the upset. Some emotion. Just his second ever win against Mighty Mike, who averaged, ready for this, a whopping 108, only to lose. How do you beat him? Like this. You average 104 yourself and go a perfect 6 for 6 on doubles. That was sensational. "I'm nearly crying," Brown said. "It's that good. The crowd was fantastic. My wife said you've got the game to beat him, so just go out and do it." And that he did. I think Thomas Dockeral put it best with this tweet, "MVG got MVG'd in that one. In our finale, we had Dave Chisnell taking on the red-hot Mervyn King, hot on stage, hot at the Aki as well. Blistering start for the Merverts. Captain Mike Yates making note of Mervyn's first 9 average, 125.69, usually good enough to get you a 4-1 lead. He'd carry on from there for the 6-3 result and upset Chizzy left dizzy. So, day 2 of the German Darts Championship is complete. 16 players survived it, but 3 seeds fall late in the day. Gurney, Cross, and Snakebite all winners. We also had a king win and another king go down in flames. Pink Power today on High Roller Radio.